At 15, I was already somebody's wife. Not by choice, but by force. Okay, sharp. Oh, telling someone's story like it's my own. So I'm from a polygamous marriage, polygamous family. My dad has 3 wives. My mom is the third one. Umamncane. Fine. So we're all staying in the same yard. There's wife number 1 there, wife number 2 there, wife number 3 there, all in the same yard. And between my 3 moms, we are 20 something kids. 20 something. It's a lot. And growing up at home, it was so much fun. I mean, we didn't even have to go outside and go play. We would play in the yard together because we are a lot. And I was my dad's last born. He loved me. He treated me different from everyone else. Sharpo. So our relationship is okay. We are good. And as I am growing, I can see my sisters get married. My sisters from my other moms, my sisters from my mom, the third wife, they are getting married. And in my head, I'm thinking, nah, man, this is what they want. I'm not thinking anything outside. Sharp. Then time went on. I remember when I was around 8, 9, my mom started teaching me how to do house chores. She would teach me how to clean, how to cook, how to wash by hands. And she started, when I was around 10, 11, somewhere there, she started telling me, about being a wife. As a wife, you must submit to your husband. As a wife, this, as a wife, this, as a wife, this. The wife belongs to the husband. And at that point, I was thinking that she's probably teaching me life lessons, and also with the cleaning and the what, she's teaching me so I know how to do things for myself, sharp. Time went on. I remember very well. I was 15 at that time, actually 14 turning 15, when I was coming back from school. She was sitting outside, and then I went inside our house. She was sitting outside with her sister wives. Sharpo, I go inside and then I prepare food for myself. And then before I could leave to go and join them, my mom enters. She's like, are you going outside? I'm like, yes, I was going outside. She says, no, come inside. I need to talk to you about something, I'm like, okay. She says to me, I think you're ready. I'm ready. She says, yeah. And also there's a man who will be coming for you soon. A man coming for me soon? What are you talking about? At that point, I'm so confused. I'm like, what are you talking about? And at some point, I even laughed because I'm like, a man coming for me? What the hell? And then she's like, yes, you are ready. So yeah. I just brushed it off, laughed, continued with eating. Sharp. Later that day, my dad comes back. He comes to our house. I'm there with my mom and my brothers are there. Sharp. My older sisters already got married, like all of them. There's no one in the house anymore. They got married. It's only my brothers who are there and me. Sharp. Then my dad comes over and then he calls me. I go and I sit with him. He's my friend. He's my buddy. We are cool like that, me and him. He loves me like no other. Sharp. He then says to me, I'm sure your mom already spoke to you. Everything has been arranged. Wait. He says, yes. Did your mom speak to you? I'm like, yes, but I thought that whole thing was a joke. Dad is like, no, it's not a joke. You actually are getting married. Everything has been arranged. They'll be coming soon. Soon. And mind you, when they tell me, it was like Monday in the afternoon when they're telling me about this whole thing. Sharp. I'm like, no, Dad, but I don't want to get married. Like, I want a career. I want to live my life. I don't want to get married. Dad is like, yeah, I see school has gotten into your head and school is making you to be disrespectful because I'm saying I want a career. Now school is making me to be disrespectful. The way he was so serious and he meant what he's saying. He said, you are going to get married, whether you like it or not. I cried. I was like, I am a softie. So I cried when he said that. And he just looked at me and left. left me there crying. My mom came, saw me crying. My mom was like, look, baby girl, this is how things are done. This is culture. You can see with your sisters also, they all got married. And I'm like, they wanted to get married. I don't want to get married. Why am I forced into something that I do not want? My mom is like, unfortunately, everything has been arranged, baby girl. It has to be done. And you will thank us in the future. Thank you in the future. Sharp. They told me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the morning. Saturday in the morning, there are people in the house. I'm given clothes that this is what you need to wear. The people have arrived. Remember, we told you that everything has been arranged, so they arrived. I'm like, you just told me this like now, a few days ago, and already there are people here for me. What is happening here? My mom is like, yeah, fortunately, it needs to be done now. Dress up quickly. My mom is even helping me get dressed, and I'm sure they did not tell me that they'll be coming that weekend because I was probably going to run away. So I'm like to my mom, can you please get Dad here? I need to talk to you guys. My mom calls my father. My father comes. I'm like, look, mommy, look, daddy, it's okay. It's okay. I see that now I'm cornered into doing this. I do not want to do this. I do not want to get married, but it's okay. Now that we are here, it's fine. But can you please give me one thing? I will do this only if you allow me to continue with school. Everything else, it's okay. It's okay. I'm forced into this thing. It's fine. Can you just allow me to go back to school? Even though I get married, can I continue with school? Sharp. My dad is like, hey, that one, I don't know. I'm going to have to go and speak to them. And then I will see if they agree, they agree. If they don't, they don't, baby girl. If they say you are not going to school, you are not going to school. You're going to have to be a wife to your husband. By the way, how are you going to be a wife when you are going to school? All your sisters left school when they got married. Your mom left school when she got married. So how do you want to continue with school? You see, this is what I told you, that school is messing with your head and making you disrespectful. Sharp, my dad lives. My mom is there now talking to me. Yeah, imagine now us being known in the community that we raised a disrespectful child. You are not like that. So you're going to have to do everything that you are told. Do not put your hopes high when it comes to school. You are going to survive without school. Hey, wara, you don't actually need school. Look at me. I am surviving. He gave birth to you guys, beautiful kids. Very smart. Hey, wara. She's there saying all these things, and in my head at that point I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but can I please go to school? I just want to go to school because I believe this is not my destiny. Sharp. They are busy, they're talking. Sharpo. I'm called in there. I go. Mind you, I do not know this man. I've never seen this man, yet I'm getting married to him. Okay, I get there. I'm covered. Sharp. They say whatever they say. At that point, I'm not even paying attention to anything because I'm so pissed. Sharp. And then they open me up. When they open me up, he's there, sitting there. The man that I am going to get married to. The man that actually I am married to. Because at that point, everything was done. They had already done whatever that they were doing, which I don't even know what it was. Sharp. I look at this man. He is old. He's even older than my mother's firstborn. So I'm like, this is the man that I am getting married to. Sharp. Then they like, the elders from his family, they like, okay, we heard your request, requesting that she continue with school. Yeah, we can give her that. But as soon as she is done with matric, that's where it ends. She is not going further than that. And we are doing this so that she can be able to help our grandkids with homework. Now, it's time for my family to take me to this guy's family, this guy's house, wherever they're taking me. So before they do that, my mothers, my moms, my father's wives, the two, they are there talking to me. My mom is not there. She probably said, I don't want to be a part of this. They are there talking to me, telling me that I must respect my man. I must, even if I get angry from here to there. Down there, I don't become angry, and I must give it to him, whether I'm angry or I'm happy or whatever. Whenever he wants it, I must give it to him. I'm a kid being told to give it to him. What am I really giving to him? And they even explained that this is what's going to happen. When you get there tonight, this is what is going to happen. And this must happen when that happens. I must bleed. I must, a whole lot of things. It might be painfully, but hey. Fine. They take me there. I get there. The setup is almost the same as home. There's houses almost everywhere there. Then I'm taken to this particular house. Sharp. I'm sitting there. I'm nervous. I'm afraid. I don't know what to expect. They told me this and this is going to happen. With a man that I have never seen. Today was actually my first time seeing him. Sharpo, he comes. Later that day he comes. So the whole time when we got there already, it was late, Shapo, I sat there all by myself, don't know where he was. Shapo, he comes back later that day, and then he starts talking to me. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He starts asking about me, like he's someone who's interested in me, interested in knowing who I am, which is something that we should have done before we got married. Sharp. He starts talking to me. The next thing, he's coming closer to me. Mind you, remember, I was told that it's going to happen and I need to do 1, 2, 3. Sharp. It happens. Oh God. I did not know what I was doing. I did not know what was happening. Like, it was just nje. Then in the morning, this other woman, at that point, I don't know everyone in that, I don't know anyone in that house. The only person I know, it's him. Not even know, but the only person I've seen, it's him. Sharp. Then I've seen the others, but I was not like properly introduced to it. This is who. Sharp. Then in the morning, this woman comes. Wakes me up, take the bed sheet that I was sleeping on. It was a white sheet. She takes it. It has blood, obviously. She takes it and then she goes outside with it. There's noise outside. I don't understand what's happening at that point. Sharpo. And then she comes back to come and take me to go and take a bath. Sharp. I go and I take a bath. Later, after taking a bath and I'm given food, Sharpo, my husband comes back. The man of the house comes back. I'm back to my house or whatever, my room, my house, whatever that is. Sharpo, I'm back there, and then he comes to call me. He's like, come here. I go. There are 3 women there with kids. There are 3 women, there are kids around there. He says to me, this is wife number 1. I just want to introduce you to our family. This is wife number 1. This is wife number 2. This is wife number 3. You are wife number 4. These are my kids. Bro! Some of those kids were older than me. Some of those kids were older than me. Some of them also married. Older than me and married. I'm like, why was I not told that this person has 3 wives? I'm coming to be the 4th one. Why was I sold all of this? Sharp. I'm like, okay, cool, sharp, fine. I go back to my place, and now he's even saying that no, you don't have to worry, for now you're just going to enjoy your marriage, and then after some time Umam Kulu, wife number 1, is going to tell you what are your duties in the family, what you need to do. Hey, wara wara hen don don hey. Sharp. I go back to my place. He comes. I ask him, why was I not told that you have 3 other wives? I'm coming to be your 4th wife. He's like, I don't know. I thought your family told you, because your mom knows, your dad knows. It's not a secret. You know, I have 3 wives. You are the 4th one. It's not a secret. I'm like, okay. All right. Cool. And mind you, I was told that I cannot visit my family without my husband approving of it. I can't just decide that, today I want to go home. My husband is at work. Let me just go home and then I'm going to quickly come back before he comes back from work. None whatsoever. Sharp. Life goes on. I'm going to school. No one is fighting me with going to school as long as I do my wifely duties. And at some point, I somehow just accepted the situation. I was like, you know what? I'm here now. I am here. There is no going back. There is no changing the situation. I am here. I better make use of the situation. Sharp. And mind you, on my wedding day or whatever that was, my sisters were not there. My older sisters were not there. It was just my brothers and not all of them. So in my head, I'm like, do my sisters know that I actually got married? You know? Sharp. But okay, we move on with life. I continue going to school. I'm helping in the house wherever I can. My husband comes to me whenever he comes. Sometimes he spends the whole week not coming. He comes for like 3 months. And I get tired. You know, when he's there for a long time, I get tired that I need a break. You know, and it was worse when I just got there. This man would come to me like almost every day. Almost every day. At some point, I would feel like I can just say, "Get out of here. Go to your other wives. I'm tired." Sharp. And then time goes on. I start feeling sick. And I don't understand what's happening with my body, right? And at school, everybody knows that I'm married. Everyone knows I'm someone's wife, including the teachers, the kids, everyone. And some of them are even making fun of me that you are someone's wife. What are you doing at school? You are someone's wife. You're supposed to be at home making kids. You are this and that. You are this and that. Making fun of me. Sharp. So I start getting sick, and the second wife from my husband's wife comes to me and is like, how are you? I'm like, I'm okay. And then it's like, is the baby growing? I'm like, baby growing? What are you talking about? And it's like, I'm sure our husband is happy that already you are giving him a kid. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're pregnant, Dwayne. You are pregnant. I'm like, what? I can't. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I can't. And at that point, I've never had symptoms of pregnancy, morning sickness, vomiting and what, nothing. The only thing was me getting sick at that period of time. And it wasn't anything serious, you know. It wasn't anything serious. I would, get tired when I walk, and my feet would swallow. You know, it was just that. It wasn't anything serious, anything hectic. Sharp. That's where my problems begin. After my husband find out that I am pregnant, he would, at some point, he told me not to go to school. I was like, unfortunately, I cannot. I'm in the middle of my year-end exams. I cannot not go to school. I need to go to school. He started, I don't know whether he hired people or what. He would have people looking who I come back home with, who I talk to at school, who I move around with, like my every move. I remember the first time he laid his hands on me. He came back from work. I was in my house doing what a wife is supposed to do. Sharpo. And then he comes, opens the door rough. And he's asking me, who is that guy that you were with today? Guy that I was with today? What are you talking about? He's like, I know you were with a guy. You came with that guy all the way from school to here. That guy even brought you here. And then he left. Who is that guy? I remember Yes, there was a guy that I was working with, and that guy was just a friend because we share the same surname from my father's side. So to me, he's just, he never even spoke. Even at school, we call each other brother, sister, mtase, 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 because we share the same surname. I'm trying to explain that to him that no, me and this guy share the same surname. He's my brother. He's basically my brother. He started beating me. I am pregnant, and now I know I am pregnant, and he knows I'm pregnant. He started beating me up. I was there, couldn't defend myself. I woke up the following day after he left to go to work. I went home to my mother's house. When I got there, my father was not there, but when I got there, you won't believe. My mom said to me, "Does your husband know you are here?" I am bruised. I just got beaten up. Like, I am coming to cry to you, Mama. You were asking me, "Does your husband know you are here?" I'm like, "No, he doesn't know." My mom was like, "Look, I don't want troubles. I don't want your father finding out that you were here. I don't want your husband finding out that you were here, because that might put me into trouble. Come, let's go. Let's quickly go. Excuse me. Let me take you to the taxis so you can go. Let me take you back." That's when I realized that my mom was also trapped by the system. She couldn't even stand up for her own child, who she can see. I need help. I need to cry to you as my mother. My mom, the only thing she could say, "Does your husband know? Let me take you back." Sharp, she did that. She did that. And mind you, I don't have a cell phone to be calling my mom and just talking to her. I don't have a cell phone to be calling my sisters and just talking to them. I have no one to talk to except this old woman that I'm staying with there, and this husband who is supposedly my husband. And on the other hand, I am pregnant. I know nothing about what's happening here. Sharp. She said to me, when she took me to the taxis, she said, "I love you, and just know everything I'm doing for you. Just hang in there. Everything is going to be okay. You are going to be fine. You are going to adjust to the situation." The same thing that I was told by my two mothers, that I will be fine. I will adjust to the situation. Sharp, fine. I went back. I cried that night. I cried. And mind you, that night after the night after he beat me up, he also slept with me. Even though I did not want, but he did it. So it's the beating, it's him forcing himself on me. On the other hand, I'm pregnant. Sharp. Okay, cool. Life goes on. I'm a wife. And I cannot go to school like that. He said it very clearly that you cannot go to school looking like that. You need to heal. Now you care about people seeing me with bruises. I need to heal. Sharp. What followed after that day was just trauma. He started publicly humiliating me, publicly calling me names, publicly beating me up. He started not even being afraid of him being seen that he's beating me up. And the crazy part is that people from that community did not say anything about that. They saw that, and to them, he was a man because he was doing that to me. There was no one I could talk to, no one I could cry to. I was just there all by myself. The three wives, nothing. They also said nothing. They just kept quiet. And I remember one of them, the one that I come after, coming to me and saying, "What did you do? Why are you making ubaba? Why are you making ubaba angry? You know how much ubaba loves you, but you keep on disappointing him each and every time." Me. Sharp. Life goes on. I give birth to my daughter, which was also a big issue, that I gave birth to a daughter. Him, all his firstborns are boys. Why is my firstborn with him a girl? That was also a problem. I got beaten up for giving birth to a girl as my firstborn. Because according to him, all his wives, they are firstborns, they are boys. And here am I with a girl. I got beaten up for that. I got publicly humiliated for that. I got called names, not only by him, but by people on the street because he would do it in front of them. It was not even easy for me to walk out that yard, let alone walk out and go to school. It was something else. I would be publicly humiliated by old men, old women, by kids. Everyone in that community made fun out of me. And at that point, I so much wanted to go home. I so much wanted to go home. I so much wanted a hug from my mom. But I knew that was not going to happen. Sharp. Life went on. Fell pregnant again. This time it was a son, as he wanted. Gave birth to his son. He's happy, but also not happy because the firstborn it's a girl. And he also went to the point of telling everyone that I cheated on him, and that's why that child is a girl. My baby girl was treated different from every other kids there because she was a girl, and she was my firstborn, and she's a girl. So she was not treated like all of them. And I'm a young mom. I'm dealing with a baby girl who is not loved by their father. I need to compromise and make sure that I give her the love that she deserves. Now I have a baby boy. Okay, he's the prince. He's loved. He's all that. He's treated as part of the family, while my baby girl is not. Sharp, cool. Life goes on. I finished my matric. I passed so well. Everyone was like, even the teachers at school, although some of them were like, we knew you were going to do it. We knew you were going to do it. But under the circumstances that you are in and doing so well. And the one thing I needed after that was to further my studies. That's the one thing that I wanted after that. To further my studies. I went to him, my husband, with my matric statement. I'm like, Baba, with all due respect, I am done with my matric. And thank you for keeping your promise. Because at that time, I understand that, okay, this is how I need to conduct myself. And that's why I went to him with the respect. I'm like, I'm done with my matric. Thank you for honoring your promise. Now, can I please, with your permission, further my studies? He says to me, what do you want to do with school? The fact that I agreed for you to finish matric was enough. What do you want to do with school? Do you want to go to school and then graduate and come back here and be a wife? Is that what you want to do? You are not going to school. You are going to be here and you are going to be my wife. What time are you going to be a wife if you are going to be busy when I was school? It was already enough that you were busy with high school when you had to be a wife. Now it's time for you to be a wife. That time I already gave him 2 kids because by the time I finished matric, I already had 2 kids. Sharp. I stayed there being a wife day in, day out. And it was like the other wives were like, now it's your turn, sis. Do everything. I would go fetch water, come back, clean not only my house, let me tell you. I would clean my house, clean my sister wife's house. I would go fetch firewood, come back, set the fire, cook for the whole family. Me, my husband, my kids, them, their kids, everyone. I had to do all of that. I would cook for kids who are even older than me. Yeah. And I was not even allowed to sleep and say, I am tired. No. Why are you tired? What are you tired from? Wake up. Go do the things. And the first wife, it was like she just made it a mission that she's going to be here on my neck. Breathe on my neck. She would ask me, didn't your mom tell you that you need to wake up before everyone wakes up and make sure that your husband eats before they go to work? Which was something that I was doing even when I was at school. I would wake up in the morning, make food for the whole family. Now I'm doing it in the morning, during the day, and at night. Every single day. It's me with that. And the only thing that's on my head is school. Because my teachers at school, they were like, with this great marks, you are going to get a bursary. You are going to get a bursary. You just need to put yourself out there and tell us if you need help. We are going to help you. And I applied because they helped me. My applications come back, I'm accepted, but unfortunately I can't go to school, this and that. You know, I got so depressed at that point. Like, so depressed. First year after matric. Second year after matric. Third year after matric. I found out I was pregnant again. And I'm like, you know what? You see, at this point, this is the time where I claim my life back. This is the time where I get my life back. I did not have a cell phone. I didn't know how to get a hold of anyone. But I knew the family where one of my sisters got married to. I remember I woke up early in the morning after my husband left, took my kids with me. Because at that time, kids were not going to daycares or whatever. You would stay with your kids and raise your kids. I remember I took my kids, got into the taxi, going where my sister got married. Because I remember the family that she got married to. I went, mind you, I have not seen my sister for years. For years. Shapo, I went to my sister, and fortunate enough, I didn't even have to get into the yard where she's married to. I met her. She saw me. I was coming, and she saw me. She was sweeping outside, and then she saw me. She quickly ran, came to me, gave me the warmest hug. The warmest hug. And she was like, what's happening? What's happening? Talk to me. Right there on the street. I started crying. And she was like, look, I can't take you in there because they will know you are there. And then somebody else might know. So just for safety, I cannot take you there. She took me to a friend's place. Took me. We sat there. And then she said to me, look, at this point now, there's nothing I can do. Honestly, there's nothing I can do. And I cannot also keep you here. So what I can do is allow you to go back to your husband while I'm still working a plan just to get you out of there. Sharp. She says to me, I also did not want you to get married. And I was not allowed to go back home so I can talk to you. I heard you got married. I couldn't even go to that marriage or ceremony or whatever it is. I couldn't even go there because my husband did not give me permission. I did not want you to get married. But you know, now it's okay. Go back to your husband and then we'll sort this thing out. She gave me the friend's cell phone number. She's like, this is her cell phone number, because she also did not have a phone. I don't know how this man operates. She also did not have a phone. At her big age, she did not have a phone. Me, at my big age, mother of 2, pregnant with the third one. Sharp. I went back home before my husband came back because my sister gave me strict instructions that you are going to go back to that house and you are going to act like everything is okay while I am coming up with a plan of what I need to do. This is my friend's cell phone number. You can call me here. You can call me here. My friend is going to take a message and then I'm going to get back to you. Sharp. Cool. Vele, I left with my kids. And at this point, I'm feeling that, okay, there is hope. There's hope somewhere. When my husband came back that day, he beat me up. I couldn't do anything after he beat me up. He beat me up to a point that I couldn't breathe. And my 2 kids were there watching him do it. Watching him do it. I was in so much pain. I started bleeding. And at that point, I was approaching 5 months pregnant. I started crying. And I kept on telling him that I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the clinic. I am not okay. I am not okay. She let me lie there. I screaming for the first wife, screaming for the second wife, screaming for the third wife. No one came. Same as the other times when he was beating me up, I would call them. Nobody came. Sometimes they would even be there, watch him do it, watch him beat me up. I slept there, right there on the floor where he beat me up. The first wife came, took the kids, and left me lying there. I couldn't pick myself up. She left me there. I saw her when she came and took the kids. The following morning, I had to do something with my life. I went to the clinic. The kids were still with the second wife. I went to the clinic with the first wife, actually. I went to the clinic and they told me that, unfortunately, I lost the baby. Now, I don't know how this is going to sound. I was heartbroken, but at the same time, I was happy that, okay, God, okay, thank you for taking this child. Thank you for just taking the child. Because I can't have another one. I just cannot have another one. These two, they're already too much for me. I was heartbroken, but I was also grateful to God. Sharp. That happened. I came back home because I slept at the hospital for like 2 days. I came back. He did not ask where I was. Am I okay? How's the build, the pains, the what? Nothing, none whatsoever. Instead, he beat me up again, saying I am from men. A whole 2 days. Where were you for 2 days? You were busy with men. I got beaten up again. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I cannot take this anymore. I just cannot take this anymore. I can't wait for my sister. I don't know what's going to happen, and I do not care, but I cannot do this anymore. I took time gathering the courage to do this. I remember this one time he was at work. He left very early that day. My kids were now back with me. I packed all my bags. Took them out by the window so that nobody sees me. And with a family like that, it's very difficult that nobody sees you. It is very difficult. Took my bags by the window, took my kids, left. The second wife saw me. The second wife saw me and was like, hey, where you going? Hey. And then, like I said, it was very difficult to live there and not be seen. So the second wife is there. Where you going? Hey, wara. She's waking everybody up the day she's going. I did not care. I just took my bags and I left. They're like, she's going to come back. This one, leave her. She's going to come back. It's not the first time she's doing this. She's going to come back. Which is true. It was not the first time. Sharp. Left. Went to my sister. And at that time, I did not even have money to pay for transport to get to my sister's place. I got to the taxi, as broke as I was, with no cash, nothing, none whatsoever. I spoke to the driver. I'm like, my brother, this and this is happening. I don't know. I don't have money. The driver could see that I'm hurt. And they know my husband. People around there, they know my husband. They're like, are you not so-and-so's wife? I'm like, I am. Where are you going? No, I'm visiting home. Oh, okay. Okay. I borrowed someone's phone there on the taxi, called my sister's friend. I'm like, look, I am coming. Please tell my sister that I'm coming. She's like, okay, I'm going to give her the message. Got there, got off, went to the friend's place. Isn't it my sister said I can't go to her place? Sharp. Went to the friend's place. The friend is also married. Is also somebody's wife. Also not the first wife. Sharp. Got there. she went to go and call my sister that I'm there. My sister came. My sister is like, okay, I have spoken to your other sister. She is also willing to help. My other sister, not from my mother, but from my father, from the other wives. Sharp. She's like, she's also willing to help. So we don't have much, but for now we can get you a place where you can stay. There's an old woman that we know who is staying alone. You can go and stay there with her. And also, we told her that you are also going to help her around the house because she stays alone and she is old. I'm like, okay, cool. That's okay. That's fine. Sharp. I went, my sister took me to this old woman. They spoke to her. The old woman was like, yeah, it's okay. I remember you guys spoke about her. It's fine. Let her come. Then I went and then I started staying there with this old woman. My sister, both of my sisters, they were the ones buying food for me. They were the ones giving me money for this, for that, even taking care of my kids. And they would tell me that, hey, we are stealing this money because, we are not working. We are stealing this money from our husbands. And for the first time, I felt like, when my sister said, I'm going to help you. For the first time, it felt like now I have a choice to decide what I want to do with my life. Sharp. I stayed with that woman. And while I'm with that woman, I'm like, I need to get out of the situation for my kids and for me. For my kids and for me, I need to make it out of this situation. This is not where I wanted to be. This is not my destiny. I'm destined for great things. From when I was at school, when I first got married, I knew what I wanted to do with my life. I knew me being somebody's wife, being a housewife was never part of my plan. Sharp. I'm there busy applying to different schools, and I'm applying with no plan. I'm applying with no plan. I don't know what I'm going to do. Sharp. I apply. I got accepted by this other university. And sharp. I tell my sisters that, hey, I got accepted by this university. But now I don't have funding. I don't know how I'm going to pay with my studies. They are there motivating me every step of the way. Mind you, nobody in my family, especially the girls, finished school, including my mom. Like getting to matric, I was the first one. I broke the record. And come on now, I am fighting to go to university. Sharpo, my sisters are there. Moral support. Look, whatever you need, we are here to help you. We are uneducated. We don't know about this education thing, but we are here to help you. We are here to do almost everything that it takes for you to fulfill your dreams. We failed you once. We're not going to fail you again. Sharp. They even start taking my kids so I can go look for a job. They start taking my kids, not really taking my kids to where they stay, but coming where I'm staying and then look after the kids. And then when I come back, they go back to their place. I don't know what they say to their sister wives or whatever as to where they are. The friend, my sister's friend also, she's there helping me. The old woman is there also helping me. I went and I looked for jobs, knocked door after door. I remember I got my first job with no work experience. They took me, they taught me the work. And at that point, I am working because I want to go to university. I am working because I want to make money so I can pay for my fees. I was able to pay for my registration fee. Sharp. Now it's getting real now. Now it's getting real. I have to do this. Shabu, and at that point, I'm not familiar with bursaries, this and that, funding, what. I'm not familiar with that. Because the only people who are willing to help me with that are my teachers at school. But now I'm at a different area. I can't go back there. Sharp. Time went on. I'm busy working and all that. And then while I'm there working, I meet this other great man. Like that man, he did not want anything from me. He did not ask me out. He did not want a relationship. He did not want this. He did not want that. But I told him my situation. He was like, okay, look, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you out. We're going to apply for funding, this and that and that and that. Give me your documents. I'm going to do it for you. I gave him my documents. He did it for me. I got a bursary for my education. Sharp. I am studying now. An old woman with 2 kids going to school. But I had told myself that I am going to do it. If not for me, I'm going to do it for my kids. If I cannot do it for myself, I'm going to do it for my kids. Like it or not, this needs to be done. Sharp. I went through the whole process, went to school. I remember the first day I went to school. And mind you, I had to move out from where I was staying with that grandmother because, now I'm a university student. And go stay closer to the university with my 2 kids. Because my sisters were like, we can't stay with them. My friend, my sister's friend was also like, I can't stay with them. The granny, she's old, man. She's old. She can barely take care of her own self. How is she going to do with 2 kids? Sharp. I took my kids with me. My bursary was also sponsoring accommodation. I went and I found a place closer to school. And it was so crazy because I'm old. I'm there with 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. I am old. But I'm like, I am going to do this. I am going to get this degree. I went on, I studied, finished my studies. My sisters were so proud of me. I will not even go into the details of the struggles I struggled while I was at tertiary. With my kids, me sometimes going hungry, sometimes me having to do things that I have never imagined myself doing just so I can feed my kids and I can feed myself. When I graduated, this guy was the only one who was there for me and my kids. He was the only one who was there for me. My sisters couldn't come because they are married. They can't, and it's too late for them to leave. They can't leave. At that point, I found out that my husband was searching for me because he took time not looking for me, thinking that I am going to go back. Eventually, he went to my parents and told them that I ran away from home, and my parents started looking for me, calling my sisters, going to my sisters, finding out if I'm there or whatever, if they know anything, and they're like, no, we don't know anything. My brothers, they went to everybody that they think I could go to. Sharp, I was not there. Sharp, my graduation day, this guy is the only one that's there. This guy is the only one who helped me with almost everything. Almost everything. He paid for everything. I remember looking at myself in the mirror that day and I was like, Mama, I made it. And I wish you were here so you can see this. But I was like, listen, I did it. I did it for me and for my kids. Sharp. After graduation, then this guy was like, look, I've got something for you. Gave me a job. Spoke to people because he was very smart. Actually, me meeting him, I was working at a restaurant, and that's when I met him, and we started talking, and that's how we got to talk, Sharp. So he was good. He was doing well in life, Sharp. Then we started dating, me and him. I'm working, he's working, my kids are doing well. I'm in this healthy relationship, something that I do not know. Something that I've never felt before. Having someone come back home with flowers. Having someone wake up in the morning and make breakfast for you and wake you up with breakfast. Having someone that's going to call you and say, babe, don't cook, we're going out tonight. That for me felt like, yeah, for real, I made it in life. And I did this for myself. Had I stayed there and be trapped there, I would have never known the finer things in life. And I remember when I left, my husband's wives, they told me that you are going to come back. There's no life outside here. You will come back. You will come back. And I made a promise to myself that I do not want to go there. Lord, help me not to go back there. At this point, me and that man, we are married, happily married. We've been married for quite some time. My kids are old. We also have 2 kids of our own, me and him. But you cannot tell that those 2 are not his kids. That's how good he is with them. We are one happy family. He's never, not even a single day, laid hands on me. Not even when we fight, I will be the one raising my voice, not him. And when he sees that now it's getting too much for him, he's getting angry, he will leave me there and just go out, get a fresh air, and then come back when everything is cool. Something that I do not know. I got so much used to being beaten up. My kids are doing well in life. My firstborn daughter, oh my God, the very same child that was called a curse for being a girl when she was supposed to be a boy. She is doing well in life. I look at her sometimes and I'm like, baby girl, you don't know what your father was saying about you. And I did not beat around the bush with them. I told them that your mom got married when she was young and your father, this and that and that. Like, I gave them the whole story. So that tomorrow when the father comes back or whatever, they can say that mommy told us the truth. But even today, they know that this is our father. This is our dad. Whoever won, we don't know. My mom, I made amends with my mom. I fixed my relationship with my mom. She was like, I'm sorry, you had to go through that. And that was after my dad passed on. So my dad passed on, and then my sisters told me that, hey, your dad passed on. We are going to the funeral. I went to the funeral, and that's when me and my mom started talking. We spoke, we fixed everything, ironed out every issues, and then she apologized that she is sorry. She got us married at a young age, not only apologizing to me, but also to my sisters, that she's sorry. She was also part of the system, and she there was nothing she could have done because she also grew up in that situation. Her mom was preparing her dad arranged my father so that she can get married. She got married when she was young to an old man who already had wives. It was just something that was going on, generational what, Shapo. And then my kids got to meet my mom. My husband got to meet my mom. He was so happy because he was like, he had never met my mom before my dad passed on. Then after that, he met my mom. He was so excited. We are a family, and I managed to take my mom to come and stay with us. My mom is staying with us, and we are okay, man. We are okay. Everything is going well. I'm getting to experience my mom in a way that I've never experienced my mom. I'm old. Like, I'm very old. My mom is very old. She can barely do stuff for herself. She now has a caregiver who stays in the house taking care of her, and I am so happy that should anything happen to her, I did what I needed to do. My kids know my mother. Okay, they did not meet my father, but they know my mother. And if I do say so myself, I am so content with myself. And I'm so grateful that I had to fight for my freedom. I had to fight for myself to get to where I am today. I am at my happiest.